So next unit is graphical representation. Now in graphical representation, as I already said that when you plot a graph, then there will be two axes. The horizontal axis, which we call it as a x-axis, and the vertical one is called as y-axis. And I always said that how to plot it. If you consider y, this is x, then y should be function of x, means what? The independent quantity should be plotted along x and dependent quantity should be plotted along y-axis. Alright. So here first is distance or displacement versus time graph. So you see we call it as ST graph also. Okay, S is not speed, remember S is distance or displacement. Clear? Now here you see out of this distance, displacement and time is an independent quantity. So always time we plot along x-axis and we plot distance or displacement, or it is slash means or distance or displacement along y-axis. Then it is known as distance time graph or ST graph. Okay, so here the first graph I am writing distance, displacement and time. Next time onward, whenever I will write ST, S stands for distance or displacement and T will be time. Now, distance, displacement versus time graph. The first kind of graph is like this. It is a straight line parallel to the time axis. Alright. So, if the distance versus displacement graph is like this, then what does it represent? Just try to understand it. So, you see, let us consider this is 5 meter. Then you see when time is 1 second, then also distance 5 meter. Then when time is 2, then also distance 5 meter. Time is 3, how much is the distance? 5 meter. Means time is increasing but the distance of the body or displacement undergoes remaining the same. Okay, so what is the meaning? Meaning is that the body is at rest. Clear? I hope you have understood. So I am repeating it. When the distance versus time graph, ST graph, is a straight line parallel to time axis, what does it indicate? It indicates that the body is at rest. Next is, this is distance or displacement and time graph. If it is a straight line passing through the origin. Alright, what does it mean? It means that the velocity of the body, it is constant. Now here just understand it. What does slope of displacement time graph represent? Slope of ST graph. Alright. Now slope of ST graph means, as I earlier chapter I already discussed while discussing the simple pendulum, T square versus L graph. So I am referring to that. Slope of ST graph means, slope means what? The quantity plotted along y-axis divided by the quantity plotted along x-axis. So here you see what you have plotted along y-axis is delta S means change. Then what you have plotted along x-axis, that is delta T. So here you see when you are getting the slope, what are you getting? Delta S by delta T means displacement by time or distance by time. Okay, now what does distance by time represent? Speed. And what does displacement by time represent? Velocity. Clear? So this is the most important one. What does slope of ST graph represent? Slope of ST graph represent speed or velocity. Is the point clear? Everybody has got? Slope of ST graph represent speed or velocity. This is the first point. Then you see here, if there is one line, it has only one slope. Clear? So you see, when the ST graph is a straight line, how many slope it is having? It is having one slope. Means what? It is always having the same speed or velocity. Clear? So when the velocity or speed is constant, then what kind of motion the body is having? Uniform motion. So what is the next conclusion? You can draw from this graph that it represents a uniform motion. So you may get the question like this on this topic. Draw the ST graph for uniform motion. Then what we will do for uniform motion, ST graph will be a straight line passing through the origin. Then what are the other important conclusion you can draw from this one? Uniform motion means velocity constant. Alright. Now next point, velocity constant means what will be the acceleration. Acceleration is change in velocity by time. So there is no change in velocity. Velocity is constant. So how much will be the acceleration? Acceleration is 0. So whenever ST graph is a straight line passing through the origin, then these are the points you have to remember, that it represents uniform motion. It means velocity constant, acceleration 0, and another very important concept this says that what does slope of ST graph represent? Slope of ST graph represent speed or velocity. Now this is the third test. If the ST graph, it is a curve. Just look at it. It is not a straight line. It is a curve. Alright. What does it mean? For when it is a curve, then you see at every point the slope will change. Clear? What does it mean? This line at every point the slope of the graph will change. What does slope of ST graph represent? Slope of ST graph represent velocity. What does it mean? That velocity is changing at every point. So it is what kind of motion? It is a non-uniform motion. Is that clear? When ST graph is a curve, alright, then what does it represent? The first point, it represents a non-uniform motion. Now, when it is a non-uniform motion, then you know we can define instantaneous velocity and average velocity. So we have to get the concept. If you want to find out instantaneous velocity, then how to get? Suppose I want to find out what is the instantaneous velocity at time 5 seconds. Alright. So you see at time 5 seconds, this is the point on the graph. So what you will do? You will draw a tangent to the graph. Alright. Tangent means what? Which is touching the graph at one point, touching the curve at one point. So what will be the instantaneous velocity? Slope of the tangent drawn at that point. Slope of the tangent drawn at that point. So you see, when I am drawing the tangent, it is one straight line. So you are getting one velocity. Now look at this. Suppose after 5 seconds, this is the velocity. Alright. This is the inclination. Now suppose you want to find out what is the instantaneous velocity here. Then you will draw a tangent here. Just look at this. This angle is bigger than this. So what does it mean? Instantaneous velocity, it is increasing. So when the ST graph is a curve like this, then you can get the instantaneous velocity by the slope of the tangent of the graph. You must remember it. And then other point, whenever a body is having non-uniform motion, then we define another one also, average velocity. So how to find average velocity? Just consider this example. Suppose you want to find out the average velocity between 3 seconds and 5 seconds. In between this two time interval, when t is equal to 3 seconds and when t is equal to 5 seconds, you want to find out what is the average velocity within this. Okay, because every point the velocity is changing. Then what to do? Then from the point 3 you go vertically up. Then you see you are getting the point A on the graph. Then from the point 5, t is equal to 5 seconds, you draw a vertical line till it meets the graph drawn. So let the point be B. Then you see if you join AB is known as the chord. Alright. So if you extend AB, then AB is also a straight line. Then what will be the average velocity? Slope of this chord will be the average velocity. So how we can calculate average velocity from ST graph? Slope of the chord within the interval. Within the given interval. Within the given time interval will give you the measurement of average velocity. Alright, so this is the way from ST graph one can find out the instantaneous velocity as well as average velocity. Alright, so for this particular graph, when the curve is like this, you see the curve is concave up. Okay, the curve is like this. Look at my hand. Okay, it is concave, convex surface, already you know. So it is concave upward. Okay, so when it is like this, then you see what you are observing, that every point velocity is increasing. So we can say that in this case the body velocity is not constant, and secondly, what kind of motion the body is having? It is having accelerated motion. Clear to everyone? So I am repeating, when ST graph is a curve like this, then it represents non-uniform motion, but non-uniform motion means the velocity is increasing. Velocity is not constant and velocity increasing. So what kind of motion the body is having? The body is having accelerated motion. And from this kind of graph, how to find out the instantaneous velocity, velocity at any moment, slope of the tangent drawn at that point. And how to calculate the average velocity, slope of the curve within the given time interval will give you the measurement of the average velocity. Next, the fourth is, if the ST graph is a curve, but you see the curve is concave downside. In that case, what does it represent? In this case also, at every point slope is changing, so it is a non-uniform motion. But here, as the slope decreases for this kind of graph, so what conclusion you can make? That velocity decreases. So when velocity decreases and there is a change in velocity, then what kind of motion the body is having? Retarded motion. So I have discussed four kind of ST graph. I am just summarizing that. First one was a straight line parallel to time axis. What does it represent? Body is at rest. Second one, it was a straight line passing through the origin. What does it represent? Uniform motion, velocity constant, acceleration 0. And third and fourth, it is a graph. It is a curve. Sorry, it is a curve. Now the third one was concave upward and here concave downward. Both the cases, it represents non-uniform motion. When the curve is concave upward, then accelerated motion, and when it is concave downward, then it is retarded motion. So you must write down in your study material notebook all the four cases and all the important points related with that particular graph as it is written specifically, okay? Next is speed or velocity versus time graph. We call it as VT graph. So here also time is independent. So time along x-axis and velocity dependent. So velocity is plotted along y-axis. So again, if it is a straight line parallel to the time axis, then you see what is happening. Time is increasing, that velocity it is remaining same, constant. Okay. So what does it indicate when this kind of velocity time is graph is there? It means that velocity constant. It means that uniform motion, and it means that acceleration 0. Okay, unlike the ST graph, I hope you can remember. In case of ST graph, this kind of graph represent what? Represent the body is at rest. But for velocity time graph, when it is parallel to time axis, what does it mean? Time is increasing but speed or velocity remaining the same. So what conclusion you can make? Velocity constant, uniform motion, and acceleration 0. Then second case. Second case is that if you consider the velocity time graph, it is a straight line passing through the origin. Then you see, origin means what? Time is 0, velocity 0. What does it indicate? The first point, that initial velocity we represent it by u. Initial velocity is 0. Okay? Then it is one straight line. So how many slope it will have? One slope. Okay. So let us try to find out what does slope of VT graph represent. So as I already told you, what will be the slope? Once again, the change in the quantity plotted along y-axis divided by change in the quantity plotted along x-axis. So what you can write here? Delta V by delta T means what it is coming? Change in velocity by time taken. So change in velocity by time taken, what does it represent? Acceleration. Is that clear? So it is a very important concept. What does slope of velocity time graph represent? Slope of velocity time graph represent acceleration. Never forget. What does slope of ST graph represent? I hope you can remember. Slope of ST graph represent speed or velocity. Like that, slope of velocity time graph represent what? Acceleration. So in this case, what are the other conclusions we can make? How many slope it is having? One slope. Means what? Acceleration will have only one value, the constant value. So what conclusion you can make? That acceleration is constant. So what kind of motion it is representing? It is representing uniformly accelerated motion. So you may get the question like this. Suppose our body is having the body is moving with constant acceleration. Body is having uniformly accelerated motion. Then draw the velocity time graph. What will be the nature of the velocity time graph? It will be a straight line. If the straight line passes through the origin, what does it represent? That initial velocity is 0. Now suppose the graph is a straight line but it is not passing through the origin. Means the graph is a straight line but it is having this nature. Alright, it is having one y-intercept, this OA. OA is called y-intercept. In that case, remember that what will be the initial velocity? Initial velocity is equal to OA. Is that clear? OA is known as y-intercept. Alright, and initial velocity is the y-intercept is equal to initial velocity. And in this case also slope of velocity time graph will represent acceleration. This is the third case. And acceleration is constant. And what does it represent? It represents a uniformly accelerated motion. What kind of motion it represents? It represents uniformly accelerated motion. Now, as I already discussed, slope of velocity time graph represent what? Acceleration. Like that, area under velocity time graph, this is also another very important point. Area under velocity time graph represent what? It represent distance. If v is speed, then it will represent distance, and if v is velocity, it will represent displacement. Is that clear? So area under VT graph, it represents distance or displacement. Okay. Now the question arises, how you can find out what is the area under velocity time graph? Now you consider this example. Suppose AB is the graph. Alright. So how to get area under the graph? Area under the graph means what? From the two end points of the graph, draw a perpendicular on the time axis. So here from the point A already perpendicular is drawn. Then you have to do what? From the point B, you draw a perpendicular on the time axis, and let us consider BC is the perpendicular. Then you see what will be the distance traveled in time t. It will be area of OABC, area of the quadrilateral OABC. Is that clear? You see you are getting this kind of closed area. Is that clear? So this closed area, how you are getting it closed? From the two end points dropping perpendicular on the time axis. So the time axis, the two perpendicular and the graph itself will form a closed area. So that closed area is considered as area under VT graph. And area under VT graph represent what? Area under VT graph represent distance or displacement. When it will be distance? When you are plotting speed. And when you are plotting velocity, then it will give you the measure of the displacement. So this is the third case, that distance or velocity time graph, it is a straight line. Now, if the velocity time graph is not a straight line, alright, means if this is case 4. Now, if the velocity time graph is a curve, Alright, then what does it represent? That acceleration is not constant. Is that clear? In that case, acceleration changes at every point, and how to measure the acceleration at any point. If you want to get the acceleration, draw the tangent, then the slope of the tangent will give you acceleration at that point. So velocity time graph I have discussed 4 times. First one was a straight line parallel to time axis. What does it indicate? Uniform motion. Velocity constant, acceleration 0. Then secondly, it was a straight line passing through origin. What does it indicate? That it is having acceleration constant and initial velocity 0. It indicates non-uniform motion. And third case it was a straight line, but it was not passing through origin. It has a y-intercept. In that case, what does that graph represent? That graph represents a non-uniform motion and initial velocity is equal to the y-intercept. And fourth case what? That it is a curve. Velocity time graph is a curve. What does it represent? That acceleration, the body is moving with a acceleration which is changing with time, with variable acceleration or acceleration not constant. Next type of graph is acceleration versus time graph. Means time is plotted along x-axis, acceleration plotted along y-axis. Again, the first case, if it is a line parallel to the time axis, what does it indicate? That acceleration is constant. Alright, means what kind of motion it is? Uniformly accelerated motion. Is that clear? So, uniformly accelerated motion, AT graph, what it will be? It will be a line parallel to the time axis. Is that clear? Now, if the body is having retarded motion, then you understand what will happen. Retarded motion means what? Acceleration is negative. This is the second case. Acceleration is negative. Alright. So, acceleration negative means what? Acceleration, if you consider y-axis, okay, above the origin y is positive and below the origin y is negative. So if it is a retarded motion, then you see it will be acceleration versus time graph will be a straight line parallel to time axis, but it is below the time axis. Alright, what does it indicate? It indicates that body is having retarded motion. Alright, then so you see, for uniform motion, this is a very frequent important question and frequently asked question. For uniform motion, okay, if it is asked that draw the ST graph, what will be the nature of the ST graph for uniform motion? I hope you can remember. ST graph will be a straight line passing through the origin. Is that clear? For uniform motion, what will be the velocity time graph? Velocity time graph will be a straight line passing through the origin. Is that clear? Then for uniform motion, acceleration is 0. So you see, if it is asked that what will be the acceleration versus time graph? Acceleration versus time graph will be the time axis itself. Clear? Then next one is for uniformly accelerated motion. For uniformly accelerated motion, if it is asked that plot the ST graph. So for uniformly accelerated motion, what is the ST graph? This is the ST graph. For uniformly accelerated motion, what is the velocity time graph? This is the velocity time graph. And what is the acceleration versus time graph? Acceleration versus time graph is a straight line passing through the origin. Then next one is concept of acceleration due to gravity. You know that whenever a body falls down under the action of gravitational force, whenever there is a force, there is an acceleration. So when a body falls down under the action of gravity, under the action of gravitational force, then the body will have acceleration, that is known as acceleration due to gravity. Alright, acceleration due to gravity we denote it by small g. Alright, so what is acceleration due to gravity? The acceleration of a freely falling body, a body falling under gravity. Now what is the value of the acceleration due to gravity? It is 9.8 meter per second square. Sometimes for the easy calculation 9.8 we can approximate it to 10 meter per second square. But remember that this acceleration due to gravity changes with place. Clear? Acceleration due to gravity changes with place. If you go from on the earth's surface, acceleration due to gravity is having the maximum value. If you go to certain height, then acceleration due to gravity decreases. If you go inside the earth, acceleration due to gravity decreases. And if you go to the center of the earth, then acceleration due to gravity is 0. So regarding the acceleration due to gravity, you have to remember this point. On earth's surface, G is maximum. On earth's surface, G is maximum. Alright. Then at higher altitude, means if you go to certain height, at higher altitudes, what happens to value of G? Value of G decreases. And if you go inside the earth, what will happen? The value of G will decrease. And if you go to the center of the earth, means at the center of earth, very, very important concept. At the center of earth, what is the value of acceleration due to gravity? It is 0. This is the most important point. So acceleration due to gravity is constant on earth's surface. I said on earth's surface G is maximum, but G is maximum at the pole. And if you come to the equator, then also the value of G decreases.